This is Ken Lake with MAC's Technical Market Update for Thursday, January 5th. I'm going to start with March corn. March corn has been on a run here for the last 5 days, so we've had 5 consecutive days closing higher. And it looks like this run could be coming to an end here. Stochastics are just mildly overbought with a count up to 90. 90 over 75. We could get that a little higher, and it's not showing me a sell signal in here. But if you've been watching what we've been talking about in March corn lately, you noticed that I've measured back a few months ago. We'd started measuring from the old contract high, and we're clearly not going to get into those ranges. And the thing to do at this point is probably measure from the recent high that we set back in mid-October at 366. So it looks like we're about to approach that value and perhaps trade there. But with a long-term moving average, the 200-day moving average at 371, measuring from this 376 high probably makes sense. Kind of brings the 371 count into the picture here. Could be an upside projection. And I know I've talked about values in the 380 range, but as we continue to see lower highs and higher lows, it compresses things. So for short-term sales needs, we think we're about out of gas here. So one might want to consider making sales in this 360 area in the March contract. For now, 359 will be support, and then lots of support down here around 355, where the 20 and 50-day moving average come together. So below 355, then we certainly have a chance to trade the old contract lows. However, I kind of think that we're not going to trade quite that low. We switch to March soybeans here. We'll see that that's been pretty weak in the last, well, actually since the end of November, we've seen this thing fairly weak. So, but it's an oversold market. We had recommended sales when we traded back in these ranges. We still have soybeans to market in the old crop. I don't believe I'd market them here, but we do have risk that this next crop report on the 19th, which will be final production numbers, there's some risk that USDA increases the production number in soybeans, and so there's downside price risk as a result of that. There may even be some downside price risks in all the ag markets regarding the inauguration. The thought in the media these days is that Trump will begin to do some executive orders right away after inauguration. Not that it has a lot to do with ag, but he's certainly anti-NAFTA, and that could affect our ag markets at some point here. So for short-term cash needs, we would want to be selling corn rather than soybeans at this time.